Corbin, what is the best part of the San Diego bowl game trip for you thus far?
The best part? That is hard to say. I think it's just having everyone here and just being with all the team. Because in San Diego, it's great weather. There's a lot to do here, and so having everyone here doing stuff is just so much fun. Like I wouldn't.
You
put
have
on
no
one
sleeves
thing.
on right now.
I have no sleeves
you're showing
on.
us up, man.
You know, sometimes you just have to wear no sleeves in the sun.
Sun's out, guns out, literally, with these guns right here. And Saturday, we went like short sleeve. We were and it was freezing.
No, I wore a jacket, and then you and Eliza Tuiaki gave me a hard time about it.
Yeah.
So I took off my jacket, and then you probably got sick because of it.
I didn't. It was a huge mistake. But anyways, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. This is a celebration of the season. It's really fun because you have all the staffers, you have family and friends. There's more strollers around here than anyone's seen in a long time.
For real.
It's great. You and I, the team, I guess, went to the San Diego Zoo yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. You and I saw the gorillas.
Yes,
what
did.
impressed you the most about the San Diego Zoo, and what can you take from the zoo that you can put on the field? That's the application part.
Oh man, that's a great question. Application to the field. Well, of course you just want to play like an animal, and so in my mind I'm just going through all the best animals I saw. You know, you see the tigers, the lions. We did see them feeding the lions, which was pretty sweet. Like everyone was just crowded around, and they just put this huge old hunk of meat on a tree, and this lion just went after it. So probably something like that would be good.
Did you see Josh Allen's face, the Wyoming quarterback?
I did. It was so weird. It was carved into the meat.
Hey, whatever you got to do to get mentally prepared, right? It's like the Water Boy, that whole mentality, right?
Yes, exactly.
Going back to that great Adam Sandler movie. Adam Sandler movie.
We've debated whether it's great or not. Yeah, it's been a while since he's produced a great movie.
Well, we talked about Josh Allen, the quarterback, but what about Brian Hill, Wyoming's running back? What have you seen from him on film, and how does the defensive line prepare to stop a guy that's run for over 1,700 yards this season?
You know, he's a great player. Watching the film, he runs really hard. In fact, he looks a lot like Jamal when he runs. He just runs hard. You can tell he's trying to get every extra piece of yard. He makes guys miss. He bounces off tackles, stuff like that. And so for the defensive line, that's a huge thing for us. And so staying in our gaps and making sure that he doesn't break tackles and he doesn't get past the line, because if he gets a full head of steam, then it's hard to bring him down.
Would you rather have a quarterback be tall or short? Because Allen's a taller one that you played this year. More quarterback to get?
Ooh, that's true.
But if they're short, they're elusive, right?
If they're short, they're elusive. But if they're tall and elusive, that's pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah. He seems kind of elusive.
He's pretty elusive. Yeah, he's pretty elusive. But like you said, because he's bigger, there's more to grab. So.
Yeah.
Corbin Kaufusi with us on BYU Sports Nation. We are on the San Diego Harbor, Seaport Village.
This is better than Studio B, right?
Yeah, you know, I think just the weather in general. A lot better.
It's fun to be outside, but in San Diego outside.
Yeah, in San Diego outside. If we were in Provo, it could be a lot different.
Yeah, no.
I think it's warmer out here than it is inside Studio B.
That's for sure.
At BYU Broadcasting.
That's for sure. Our camera operators wear sweaters.
That's a true story. Corbin, you said that you talk basically daily with your brother Bronson. What kind of advice is he giving to you at this point as you prepare for the bowl game and then the transition to basketball?
I remember he said one thing yesterday. I was telling him, oh yeah, you know, we're doing all these fun things, and he's like, but remember, you're there to win, so don't forget, he didn't say don't have too much fun, but he's like, remember to focus while you're down there with the guys, because here at the bowl game, it's really easy to lose focus because you have great weather, you have all these activities, you know, you're going to the zoo with all your friends. He's like, but you're there to win. So that was really good advice from him. Probably the best so far.
Is it hard to focus a little bit because there's so much to do here in San Diego?
I think there's just everyone gets a little distracted because, like you said, it's the end of season celebration, so you're just celebrating with all your best friends, and it's like, wait a sec, we have to get ourselves ready though for this game, because it's not going to be a celebration if we don't win it.
That's right. There's the pregame celebration, but after the game, you're hoping that you can celebrate and then kind of take that into off-season workouts. But for you, it's a little different. Like you said, you're going to transition to basketball. So what's it like for you as you kind of watch a team you can't help, but that next week you can get to help finally?
It's a really interesting dynamic because, like you said, you were just sitting there and you're like, I can't do anything. I can cheer them on. I'm a great cheerleader, But other than that, I just have to sit here and watch my other friends just play another sport that I love. So I don't know. That's probably been the most interesting thing this season, watching basketball start.
With you putting on 30 pounds or whatever it is right now, how will you approach basketball differently this year because you're just bigger?
I think, and the mindset is with, playing football and everything. Of course, you still want to produce in basketball, but at the same time, now it's like I want to be an enforcer. If I foul, it's got to be worth it.
Says Bronson.
And they've got to go to the floor at least, Like if you foul and he doesn't go to the floor, then what's the point of fouling now?
Quote of the day.
You've become the hammer, just like your brother Bronson.
Yeah, who was it? Brandon Ogletree that said when Bronson's a hammer.
And when he sees a nail, he only knows how to do one thing.
Ask Kelly Olynyk of Contact. Yeah, that was awesome. When you look at this game and what Wyoming does and what the game plan is, what's been some of the rhetoric about? Okay, Wyoming does this well. Let's be ready. What has your attention as a defense?
Of course, like we were talking about earlier, the running back. They're kind of an old school, hard-nosed team where it's like we're going to run power, and we're going to run power until it doesn't work anymore. And so getting ourselves ready for that has kind of been it's been the main focus. Okay, stop the power and then go from there.
What is your understanding of the BYU-Wyoming rivalry?
I just remember growing up and listening to all the stuff and watching all the games and remembering players always had to keep their helmets on for random reasons. I don't know.
Or not so random.
Or not so random, more obvious reasons. But, yeah, it's always just been – it's one of those teams where you wouldn't think there's a rivalry, but when the game comes up, then it's like, oh, there's a little extra to this game than you thought before.
Well, we just learned from Ty Detmer that his roommate got a piece of a hot dog thrown in the back of his shoulder pads.
It stuck in his shoulder pads, and he said, "It smells like hot dogs. This is crazy." And then after the game, pulled out a hot dog. Yeah.
I was going to say, that's like a mid-game snack. You die for something like that. You're like, oh, shoot.
For a defensive lineman. Yeah, sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there a difference playing in an NFL stadium? Yeah, and you guys did that with the Redskins Stadium earlier against West Virginia this year, and Arizona.
Yeah, it's a great feeling playing inside the NFL stadium because it's just such a bigger venue, and even if it's not completely full, it's just being in that setting which kind of gets everyone a little bit more excited for things.
What does getting to 9 wins this season against this schedule with everything that's been happening and having to work with a first-year staff who's trying to figure things out, what would getting to 9 wins mean?
It would be huge for us. I think as far as we've come, a lot of people didn't expect us to even get this many wins up until this point. And so if we can get another one, we'll just keep shocking everyone because we've had an amazing season so far, and it hasn't been perfect, but it's the fact that we, like you said, we came out with all these things stacked against us and did as well as we did, that we feed off of that.
Kalani Sitake was at Utah for a long time, and they do really well in bowl games. I think they've won or only lost one under Kyle Whittingham. What kind of things have you seen from Kalani Sitake in preparation for this game that you're trying to get that win? It's not just a celebration of the season.
Yeah, I think a big thing for him is just like when we practiced last week and stuff like that, it's, okay, we're still focusing on the team. We're going to approach it just like any other game of the season, and we're going to come with the same focus. It's not like, okay, this is a bowl game, so let's kind of relax a little bit. It's no, we're going to prepare the exact same way we've been doing the entire season. You're still going to have your time to have fun down there, but we have to come at this the same way we have been.
What's the best feeling of the 3 options I'm going to give you? Slam dunk in basketball, a quarterback sack, or walking out of your last final for the semester?
Oh, man. The one that jumps out, of course, is the final, depending on how hard the class is. Like, I literally have screamed, like, just given a big scream after I've come out of finals, and people just look at me. I come out of the testing center, and I just put my arms in the air, and they're like, you're so weird. But...
Well, that's not weird. I totally understand that.
I understand it. I just didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't think they thought you were weird. I think they were just a little bit afraid.
Yeah.
Yes! Okay.
But getting a sack is amazing. And I think with the dunk thing, it depends on who it's on.
It has to be on somebody.
Factors
if it's
into
on
it, doesn't
somebody,
it?
then yeah, there's just so many different factors.
What about blocking DeMontis Sabonis in Spokane?
Oh, that is great. That's just golden.
That was good.
That happened.
Yeah.
that
it was
happened.
a lottery pick, dude.
I know. It's like, dang it.
We've done all three. Not many people can say that they have done all three of those things.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Especially at BYU. Corbin, we thank you for the time, man.
Thanks for having me in the weather.
If you want to go like scream when you go off, you can do that over there.
You know, this isn't as hard as the final, so maybe I will, maybe I won't.
During the bowl game.
Oh, during the bowl. Oh, of course.
You survived.
Yeah.